Welcome to Recently Logged, the ultimate
Wes Anderson
fan cast. Well, hi guys.
Yeah, hey.
It's like, oh hey, how did I didn't see you there.
I forgot we were recording there for a second. I was thinking about Noah Baumbach.
No, stop. We're doing another animated movie. It's been a while.
Oh, I was about to say, what do you mean another one? Did we do one last week or something and I just missed it?
Been a while.
We did
3
Spider-Man.
live action movies in a row.
Spider-Man is animated.
Yeah, but that's not a movie.
It's not a movie, no.
And then, well, we did Boy Named Charlie
Okay.
Brown before that, but that was still a long time ago. That was January 12th was the last animated movie we did.
Dang, man. And now it's
March.
March, if you can even believe it.
Yeah, well, we forgot about animated movies, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was Sunday night. We're thinking, what are we going to do for the podcast? And we're like, hey, we haven't done one of those animated movies in a while.
I like Wes Anderson.
I like Wes.
Do we want to do Fantastic
The Film
Mr.
Bros
Fox?
said, and you can quote us on this, I like Wes Anderson. So we did Isle of Dogs.
I mean, that's a pretty good movie, too. Not as good as this movie, but pretty good.
I mean, it's alright. I don't know.
Well,
It's just...
do we want to get into the episode?
Getting on into the episode, said, hey, man.
No.
No. It's for any of our Newsboys fans
So
out
we're
there.
gonna do the basic facts.
Heck yeah, we are.
Fantastic Mr. Fox came out in 2009. It's rated PG. It's 87 minutes. It's directed by Wes Anderson.
In case you didn't know.
It's got George Clooney, Meryl Streep,
Wes
Bill
Man
Murray,
himself. Is that Joss
Eric
Whedon?
Chase Anderson. I can't read all of their names, so I'm not going to even try. Willem Dafoe, Owen Wilson. Wes Anderson voices somebody.
Oh yeah, he's the Weasel.
There was
Didn't Tristan Oliver actually end up voicing someone?
I think so. I don't know.
That's pretty cool, I think. Having the cinematographer be like a minor character. Yeah, he was the Demolitions guy.
Weasel was the Demolitions guy.
No, Badger was.
Badger was the
But
Demolitions
no,
guy.
the actual human Demolition guy.
Oh,
that guy
right,
who
yeah,
has
yeah.
one line. That's Tristan
Great,
Oliver.
and they had him film it like. They record the line practically while he was like figuring stuff out. Do you remember seeing that?
Yes.
In the behind the
Oh yeah, that reminds me. A quick little disclaimer. I have the Criterion Blu-ray of this, so we sat and watched like all of the special features.
And we watched the movie with commentary, which was quite interesting.
That was interesting. But we'll talk about that probably a little later.
This is based off of a Roald Dahl novel.
A Ronald doll.
Roald
Dahl.
Dahl. Wow.
I was about to say, what?
Ronald.
Who is Ronald McDonald?
I remember names. I'm tired. Sorry, Roald Dahl fans. I grew up reading his books.
I was about to say, Roald Dahl was like one of my favorite authors as a kid.
Grew up reading his books, and I can't remember his name.
Dang, bro.
I'm good.
Did you ever read Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I did.
How many times?
Like 5.
Oh, okay, good. I was about to say, are you a real fan? I only read it like 3 times.
The screenplay was written by Wes Anderson and Noah
Baumbach. Yeah.
It was nominated for 2 Oscars, including Best Animated Picture.
Dang, man, the screenplay for this
But
is
it
pretty
did
good.
not win.
Yeah, no.
Anything.
It should have. Did you mention Tristan Oliver as the cinematographer?
No, you mentioned Tristan Oliver.
I mentioned that he had a role, but I didn't.
You mentioned that he was the cinematographer.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't know.
He's one of my favorite cinematographers, like up there with like Bill Pope and who's that other guy? The other guy that I really like.
Doesn't he work with Wes Anderson usually?
Yeah, Tristan Oliver is usually, at least on his animated films, his cinematographer.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's something.
He looks exactly like his character.
He worked on Paranorman.
Yeah, I was about to say, on his stop motion ones, I know he's always done it.
I Love Dogs.
But I don't know. I don't
Loving
think he's done it.
Vincent, Paranorman, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Hey, I have
Chicken
that movie.
Run.
I still haven't seen Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and I'm very sad. Great, now first time I keep mentioning Noah Baumbach, and now I'm sad.
We're all sad.
It's always how
that's
it
what's
goes.
happening in the recently launched studio. We're sad.
It's like Marriage Story up in here.
Wow. All right, let's move on to the basic thoughts.
Basic thoughts.
So, what are your basic thoughts
Um,
on Fantastic Mr. Fox,
well-
and what did you rate it?
Okay. I rated this 5 out of 5 stars. It literally is one of my
Ooh.
favorite movies, I think just in general. It's one of the few Wes Anderson movies I've actually seen. So, I've been working on trying to find Moonrise Kingdom, eventually.
Yeah.
But, so for now, I've only seen Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. But this is definitely my favorite movie that I've seen of his.
Isle of Dogs is good, but it's just not up there.
It's got some pretty freaking good animation,
Wow.
and a really great voice cast, a really great screenplay. It's got a surprisingly good pacing. Like, I don't remember the pacing being this good, but watching it, like, just thinking about it scene to scene, like, every time I watch it, it's pretty crazy how well it flows. Yes, Mike. But yeah,
Explosives, man.
this used to be slot number 3 on my favorite movies of all time. It's probably gonna move down since I've watched Spirited Away again, and I really like Spirited Away. Sorry, Wes. But yeah, no, I really love this movie. It's got a lot of great scenes, a lot of great performances, a really great screenplay, some great cinematography. It's pretty great. I have very few qualms with it since I gave it 5 stars. I think it's just about perfect, actually. So there you go.
Pretty good basic thoughts. I also gave this 5 stars out of 5.
Wow. You're copying me, Mike.
Apparently. I think this movie is pretty near perfect. I mean, there's something about Wes Anderson's style. And I haven't seen, hardly any of his movies, just the 2. So I can't really say, but I've seen clips from other ones, and it seems to be his style in just about everything.
Well, his style kind of sharpened up a little, like, to more what we know now after Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah,
because before this, he was doing, like, Bottle Rocket, which is a lot different, and, what was the other movie? There was one other Wes Anderson movie.
Wasn't Darjeeling Unlimited out?
I want to say maybe. Yeah, it was. And I think he did Rushmore. Yeah, he did Rushmore. So yeah, his style definitely, I think, tightened up after this one, and we got
at any rate.
Yeah. But yes.
I was saying, I really like his style. I wish more of what he directed was clean, because, especially his live action stuff, because it's just everything about the way he directs and the way he writes, I'm a fan of. I don't know what it is. It just, I really like it.
You're a Wes Fanderson? A Wes Standerson?
No.
Wow.
And the voice acting is great. He always gets good casts for his movies.
He works with, the same 10 people.
Yeah, but it's always good casts.
Wow. Okay.
And
fair enough.
I don't know. I don't really have too much to add as comments to this, but
actually, go down to his shorts. No, not Do You Like to Read? That's the worst one.
Wow. Okay.
I was gonna say that one's really good, and so is that one and that one. Actually, all of his shorts are pretty good. Go watch some of his shorts; they're on YouTube. But yeah, do we want to get into?
Brody.
Do we want to get into some questions, Micah? The perfume commercial one's pretty good too.
I mean, I guess if that's my basic. If that's my basic thoughts.
I think 2 of the short films are commercials he did.
Oh wait, yeah. I wanted to bring up that this is stop motion, and
stop motion.
Dang, it's some nice stop motion.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Honestly, some of my favorite looking stop motion, probably ever.
Oh yeah, no, I would say probably my favorite.
A lot of stop motion, you don't get animals with the stop motion fur very much, and I don't know. It's really and everything about the aesthetics of everything they create. They just did a really good job.
I was about to say, in terms of like aesthetic choices and style in stop motion, this is up there with like Saul Bass movies for some of my favorite stop motion figures and stuff.
Yeah, you don't get like thinking of even some other things that we were looking at from
AC
just Travis
kicked
Oliver, which is unfortunate because it's rather cold in here.
Yeah, Micah has a blanket on.
Like if you look at things like Paranorman and stuff like that,
Dang, man.
they'll have aesthetics, but it's not like as hard of an aesthetic style as Fantastic Mr.
Yeah.
Fox has.
But Paranorman wasn't trying to be like
Yeah.
anything crazy with their aesthetic choices.
That was just the first one that popped into my mind.
I was about to say something like maybe Coraline would be. It has
Coraline's
a stronger.
got a strong
yeah, it's
aesthetic.
got a stronger feel and aesthetic cohesiveness to it.
Yeah.
But I like Coraline's models too. So.
Coraline's pretty good. I like stop motion.
I like stop
I
motion.
can't think of like a stop motion movie that I've seen that I have like that
that you
I've
dislike.
hated.
I'm pretty sure there's one.
Coraline, oh well, I wasn't a huge fan of Corpse Bride.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't
Ooh.
bad.
I
but
mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, it was kind of all over the place for Tim Burton.
Well, Tim Burton usually is all over the place.
Yeah, but this was.
Oh, we'll talk. Speaking of Tim Burton, we'll talk about him more at the end. Because
yeah.
we had a first time Tim Burton watch this week.
Ayo, it was pretty good, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode.
So yeah.
Questions. Favorite scene or sequence, Robbie? This is hard.
Oh, there's
every
so
scene
many.
in this movie is just.
I literally love every scene in this movie. I don't know. I thought La La Land was the only one who could do it, but here we are now. I
Dang
suppose.
it, I'm trying to think of the scenes and I'm blanking.
Oh gosh, the opening's really good. The first heist is really good.
Ooh, dang, the first heist.
All of the heists are really good. I might have to go with the Canis Lupus scene. That's still like one of my favorite scenes just in movies in general. It's really good. There's a lot of good stuff though.
I might have to go with, and it may not be like the best scene,
Dude.
but it may just also be the best scene.
What?
The hot box scene.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Or with the whack bat scene, I should say.
I was about to say what's Hotbox, but
yeah, I
yeah,
said
the
I'm
whack
tired,
bat scene.
okay.
The whack bat scene is really good. If I had to cite a second favorite, like next to Canis Lupus, I would probably say
whack bat.
I would probably say the first heist and the interview
Yeah,
Kylie thing.
The first heist with the little interview
That-
with
yeah,
Kylie
yeah.
was like really good.
That's like really good. That's like Ocean's 11.
It is Ocean's 11.
Wait, it is Ocean's 11. Oh no. Wow.
So interesting story that we learned.
What if Steven Soderbergh directed that?
Then it would not be nearly as good. That's what would be.
Give Steven Soderbergh, just basically replace Wes Anderson with Steven
Soderbergh?
Yes, replace Wes Anderson
would be
with Steven
trash.
Soderbergh, and still have Noah Baumbach interested in Oliver.
No, it would still be trash without Wes Anderson.
That'd be so funny.
A funny story about the whack bat scene though that we found listening to
Oh,
the
yeah.
commentary. It was one of the last scenes that they added in, and apparently, like he was working with Owen Wilson on the commentary for the Criterion release of
Life Aquatic.
No, Life Aquatic.
Yeah, it was Life Aquatic, I
Yeah.
think.
I thought he said Derging on the.
Oh, he might have
did-
said. I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be.
It was something. Owen
Yeah.
Wilson is in like every Wes Anderson movie, so and he just came up with the idea for this scene, and wrote it out onto, I think he said like a hotel stationery or
Yep.
something, and then texted it to Owen Wilson, and then when they met up to record the commentary, they just recorded the scene.
This is pretty good. I guess they just recorded the voice lines for Ash afterwards and Christopherson.
No, yeah, that's just what you would do. You just get Owen Wilson's lines.
Good old Owen Wilson. He said, I will say, one of my main criticisms, why I gave this a 4.9 and not a 4.10.
Wow, okay. 4.10, okay.
Yes.
Let's hear your main point one criticism.
Owen Wilson does not say ka-chow once in this entire movie.
No.
And it's all the worse
no,
for
no,
it.
no, no. The thing is, he doesn't say wow once. Wow. Oh, there's a lot of like really good voice actors and actors in here that are very underused for their parts. Just because,
man, they're so good.
There wasn't much that they could do.
It's a stacked cast, man.
Like,
well,
yeah.
It's a very small main cast.
Yeah, Owen Wilson is in there
There's
for
like
one
seven.
scene.
There's like 7 main characters, and then the rest of them get like 3 lines.
Yeah. Owen Wilson's just like, there's no whack bat on your side of the river.
Owen Wilson's pretty good. Am I slowly becoming an Owen Wilson fan?
I mean, I already am an Owen Wilson fan, so...
You always make fun of Owen Wilson.
Yeah, that's the main thing you have to do as an Owen Wilson fan.
I suppose you're right.
You're just gonna be like, wow.
And watch Cars 2, that is, on Blu-ray.
Anyway, let's move. Do you have another question?
I will ask, who is your favorite character?
Ooh.
In this movie, Micah?
Ooh.
Is it
Clune
the Goon?
Ooh.
Or is it Kylie the Opossum?
So many good characters. Like,
Or is it
just looking even at the
Christopherson?
main 5 of like the quote unquote family.
I love how
Kylie makes it into the quote unquote family. Like, they're all so good. I mean, like even Wes Anderson said himself. I just lost her name.
Wait,
Felicity Fox
yeah, I
is
was
a
about to
little
say
underwritten
Felicity.
as a character.
Oh yeah, no, she's
There's not much there for
pretty severely
her
underwritten.
to like as a character. Ash has got his moments that are pretty great.
It's pretty good.
George Clooney as Mr. Fox
Film
himself.
Twitter is like obsessed with Ash though, Mike.
Mr. Fox himself is pretty good. Christopherson is a legend. Kylie is iconic. I don't know what to tell you with this.
When I'm like 35 or 40, I strive to be like Kylie.
Kylie?
Be like a minnow fisherman or something.
Willem Dafoe as Rat is amazing.
Dang, man.
Owen Wilson as the coach is
what a great movie.
Like, there's so much here that I'm just like even Wes Anderson as Stan Weasel is
when he yells,
great.
"Stop yelling."
Stop yelling. Okay. Oh.
Wait, we never found out what Weasel's Latin name meant. Like, what his special thing was.
He just said his name, and then he told him to
He's
stop,
like,
yelling,
"Stop
so he was like, okay. I don't know. I don't think I could, like, I don't know. Maybe Christopherson. Just right off the bat.
Kung Fu Master.
Kylie, I don't know. There's just so many good characters.
He has his pretzel legs, Micah.
Yeah, the pretzel legs in the cover.
I'm gonna say if you are having Christopherson as your final answer, which I mean,
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Like, there's just so many. Like I really like Foxy, and I really like Kylie.
I'm gonna say Kylie is.
And those are probably my main 3.
Kylie's like life goals is what Kylie.
Like Kylie is like that guy who like is the best person in the world.
He should be one of Ocean's 11.
Give me a Kylie solo movie.
Kylie solo movie. What is he gonna do?
Minnow fisherman.
He just goes around. It's like Paddington 2, where
exactly. It's just
literally he's just like
he's
a
just
perfect
doing
guy.
Stuff. Yeah, it's just
And
a
then
day in the
he
life
just-
of Kylie.
Okay, I was about to say because Paddington 2, literally Paddington just like does nothing wrong the entire movie.
He just does stuff.
I was about to say Kylie can't be like making mistakes or something.
No. Kylie is a perfect character.
Or maybe he could be overstretching himself, Micah.
No.
Oh.
Who? How? What now?
now?
Oh, man, this movie. Okay, let's think of another question.
Brainstorm. What do you think of the pacing of this movie? Because some would say it's slow, and I would say it's
No,
slow.
it's slow, but I think it definitely works. Like I think it's one of those movies because there are movies that are slow, and I'll be like, it's slow.
Slow.
But this is one of those movies that you're like, it's slow and relaxing.
Slow and good.
Like, I don't know. There are a couple movies that I've seen that I'm like, wow, this is slow, but I still really like it. Like, I don't think the slowness of this movie brings it down at all.
Okay. I would probably say my 2 cents on the pacing of it. I would say yes, most of the scenes are kind of slow and like slowly paced, but I think the scene to scene flow in the screenplay is really great.
Yeah.
Like the flow from scene to scene is it keeps
movie,
the momentum
like,
alive.
This movie works together like
yeah. There's
so
not
well.
there's not like a single dud scene in this movie, and it really helps because if there was like a handful of boring scenes, it would drag it down so much.
Yeah, with something as like slow pacing wise
Yeah, exactly.
as this, you have to have like every scene pulling everything off like perfectly.
Which this does, I would say.
All right, what do you think of like the comparison of this versus the book?
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say Isle of Dogs, but but the book, yes. I don't know. I don't remember loving the book. I'm a fake Roald Dahl fan.
It wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, no,
Roald
it was
Dahl
never.
book.
It was never my favorite Roald Dahl book. But comparing it to the book, I think it's actually, if you're a fan, like a genuine fan of the novel, you'll probably like this.
Yeah, no, they do a really good job adapting it and then like making it actual movie length by adding on.
I was about to say.
Because like it's practically the book up until
the last like
toast.
Last like 20 minutes or so.
No, the toast.
So maybe 40 minutes. I don't remember.
Like up until they're like, we won, because
where
the book.
Because that's where the book ends, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that was easier said than done. Actually, as a kid, I was like, so they're just underground now, I guess.
So they're just underground now.
I was left emotionally confused by the book.
It's pretty funny too in that Wes Anderson commentary still, which do yourself a favor.
Do yourself
and
a favor.
To it.
Find the commentary and listen to it.
It's so interesting. It's so like Wes Anderson. It's pretty much Wes Anderson. 90% of what he says is I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did this. I don't know why.
Yeah, like he's just like. Yeah, this person is this, and this was drawn from this, and
I don't. Just gives like production details, and then it's just like, yeah, I don't know what else to talk about.
It's pretty good though. But he was like, yeah, he was like, that's where the book kind of ended off. So we tried to do what we thought Roald Dahl would do, and we probably did nothing like he would do.
Roald Dahl certainly was an interesting man.
Indeed.
Indeed.
No, but I think they do the best, like, I don't know, one of the best adaptations of a Roald Dahl book.
I was about to ask the question, is this your favorite Roald Dahl adaptation?
Because, like, the only other really mentionable one I would think of is...
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yeah. And, oh yeah, for all those listeners who didn't know, Roald Dahl wrote Willy Wonka.
Well, he wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
He wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, hoi. No, it's interesting because the Johnny Depp version was far more book accurate.
I know, it's far worse for it.
Yeah, and it's far more like they had what's Roald Dahl's wife's name?
Oh gosh, what is her name?
I don't know.
I could have told you yesterday.
She was a big force working on the Johnny Depp one.
Yikes.
And which is sad because it turned out so much worse than the original movie, and the original movie really isn't that much like the book.
I was about to say, as an adaptation goes, it's very loose.
Yeah.
In a lot of senses.
Just thinking about some of the bad adaptations of Roald Dahl books, like the BFG.
Oh, right. I forgot about... Yeah, I would confidently say probably that... Well, as much as I really love the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka movie, I have to say this is probably the best one.
Yeah, no, I would say this is better than Willy Wonka.
Isn't there another Roald Dahl adaptation coming out soon?
Oh, coming out soon?
Yeah. Like 2021 or something.
I'm trying to think of like all of the Roald Dahl movies.
I think a Witches movie is coming out pretty soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
The edgy books.
Well, at least they didn't do what was that? James and the Giant Peach.
Wait, was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang a Roald Dahl book?
I don't think so.
I looked up Roald Dahl movies.
I don't know about that.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Maybe I'm a fake. Yeah. See. Oh, they did an adaptation of The Witches already.
Oh.
In the 90s.
No, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he wrote it. He helped write it anyway.
The movie or the book?
The screenplay.
Huh. I had no clue. Oh. Oh no. Robert Zemeckis is doing the new Witches movie.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely probably my favorite.
I need to watch movie. James and the Giant Peach sometime because maybe I'll like that. I don't know if I'll like it more, but
I was never a fan of James and the Giant Peach.
See, that used to be my favorite Roald Dahl book.
What about is it like George's Marvelous Medicine?
Oh no!
Where he poisons his grandma.
Straight up murders someone.
Oh, that book is amazing.
That was like twist ending of my childhood.
Very interesting. So like his grandma is like the worst human being alive.
George's Marvelous
Probably
Medicine,
abusive
guys.
to George, and he's just like he gets into like making medicines. And
he's just preparing his grandmother's medicine one time.
Oh yeah, and he accidentally mixes the wrong stuff.
And then he gives it to her.
And she starts shrinking, and she shrinks until she pops out of existence. And all of his parents and everybody are just like, well, it's probably better this way. It's
probably for the best. And then it's like the end.
And then the book ends, and you're like, woo, what a book.
The Witches was interesting, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was about to say that was my favorite Roald Dahl book. Maybe the BFG.
Bro,
I really liked the BFG.
I think my favorite Roald Dahl book was the turtle one.
Turtle one?
Yeah.
What turtle? Oh, with the guy in the apartment.
Yeah, the guy in the apartment with the turtles.
Keeps lowering turtles everywhere.
Yeah.
What was the name of that book?
I don't know. We have it sitting right over there.
Wait, we do? We own that one?
Yes.
Hold up.
Here, I'm gonna go pick it up.
Micah has to inspect our Roald Dahl collection. It's kind of hard to navigate. Oh.
I can't find our copy of Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I know we have one. But we
Apparently
have Isotrat.
This belonged to Professor Higgins.
Yeah, it says Higgins.
Wait, did we get these from the library? What?
No, they don't have any library stuff on them, Robbie.
Okay.
But we have Isotrat, George's Marvelous Medicine, James and the Giant Peach, the BFG, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and the Great Glass Elevator, and Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I don't know where those are.
I never liked the Great Glass Elevator or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Isotrat was the best one. Like, name a more iconic thing. He
keeps lowering these turtles everywhere. I don't even remember. Wasn't it a romance story?
Yeah, it's a romance story. He sees somebody from his apartment, and he wants to get to know her.
Wow.
So he lowers her some turtle.
So it's a genius plan. It's a genius plan, Micah.
And turtles.
The turtles are eating lettuce like 90% of the time.
No, it's so many technically
so much
they're tortoises, I should say.
Tortoise number 3.
Alfie, tortoise number 2,
Dude.
tortoise number 3, tortoise number... I love how
Alfie is a legend.
I love
Hold
how
on.
only Alfie has a name.
I'm going to take a picture.
Yes. Follow us on Twitter to find the picture of Alfie. Yes.
My man.
Sorry, this is probably gonna be so boring for the listener.
Just fanboying over Roald Dahl.
Where were we? What was favorite Roald Dahl book was the question.
You said Isotrat.
Isotrat for sure.
And I said Matilda.
I never liked Matilda.
I still haven't watched the 90s Matilda movie with Danny DeVito. And I want to so bad because it has, A, it's an adaptation of my favorite Roald Dahl book, and B, it has Danny DeVito in it.
I don't know. I was just never a fan of Matilda. But anyway, do we have any
I
more
thought you were going to say you were
questions?
never a fan of Danny DeVito, and I was going to be
What?
mad.
Danny DeVito is a legend.
Danny DeCito.
Exactly.
Yes. Any more questions?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I have another one if you don't.
Okay.
How do you
Yeah.
think this stacks up against Isle of Dogs? Like in the way that his style, like you said, it supposedly got tighter, but Isle of Dogs, because it came out what?
Well, I'm just saying, no, like
2018.
like
yeah,
his tracking shots and stuff like that, like central framing stuff like that, stuff he's known for now, got really well established after this movie.
Yeah, but anyway, what do you think? How do you think something? It came out 9 years later. How do you think it holds up against good old Fantastic?
It has a much worse, like fatally worse screenplay than this. But I think outside of that, it's pretty good. It's just it has a really weak story to it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing because you got like Wes Anderson's style to it, and it's a really good concept.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, the characters are fine. It's not, like, bad. It's just not nearly as good as Fantastic Mr. Fox is.
Yeah. I don't know.
It has some pretty good dogs in it, though.
Yeah, if you like seeing
If you like dogs.
almost dying and...
What? No! I was just going to leave it if you like dogs.
No, but they're all almost dead. It's sad.
Yeah, but not at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but still. A lot of at least no dogs. At least it's stop motion, so you can confidently say no dogs were harmed in the making of this movie.
Does Wes Anderson play anyone in Isle of Dogs?
I don't think so.
It's automatically worse.
But you've got you got a cast though. You got Scarlett Johansson,
Yeah, but you get Willem Dafoe,
got-
Micah.
Jeff Goldblum, Bill Murray,
Yeah.
Edward Norton,
But wait, Bill Murray's in the other movie too.
Bryan Cranston. I
Wait,
think is
Edward
how you say his-
Norton?
Yeah, he voices Rex.
What?
What?
Hold
Robbie?
up.
You telling me you didn't hear Edward Norton every time you
No.
listened to that movie?
Okay, think back when I first watched Isle of Dogs. Actually, when I last watched Isle of Dogs, I had not seen any. The only Edward Norton
See,
movie
he's the main
I had
blonde dog.
seen was
And that's
Hulk.
Nortonus.
That was the only.
That is Nortonus.
Okay. Nortonus.
Yeah, I think this movie. I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is definitely probably 20 times better than Isle of Dogs. I still think Isle of
Oh,
Dogs.
good. I was about to say you were
I still think,
disagreeing with me, but you weren't agreeing with
I
me.
still think Isle of Dogs is good.
You like it- you like it a
still
bit
really
more than
like
I
it.
do.
I've seen it still several times. I really like rewatching it, but it definitely. It's it's the same pacing as Fantastic Mr. Fox, but it doesn't pull off.
It doesn't have the scene to scene flow that.
Yeah, I don't know, but go watch it.
Yeah,
Still,
go watch some animated
slightly
Wes
edgier
Anderson.
than this one, I guess.
Is it?
PG-13. This
I
one's
guess.
PG.
Yeah. Is there language in Isle of Dogs?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
no, that's what makes
That's
it PG-13.
why it's more edgy. Well,
And there's, the violence too.
yeah, there's blood in that.
Yeah.
It's so grisly. There's blood in everything.
Oh, love how we both thought of a quote from Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't really have any other questions.
Yeah, no, I think we can just move into closing thoughts. I mean,
Yeah, closing thoughts on this movie.
we need to do more mediocre movies because we're just like, yeah, it's really good.
The closing thoughts on this movie, man. It's... Oh no, look at this review. How does Steven Soderbergh sleep at night knowing the best movie in the Ocean's trilogy is a stop-motion puppet animation
Yes.
directed by Wes Anderson?
Yes.
That's a stellar review.
Wow.
Give that a like.
Oh, I thought it said 3.5, and I was like, what?
Closing thoughts on this. This movie is
Wait,
something...
hold up. Best movie in the Ocean's trilogy. Well, yeah, it is.
This movie is something else. It really is. It's a movie experience unlike any other I've watched.
Unlike any other.
And when you watch it, you get so immersed into the aesthetic and into the world and into the characters that you have in this movie.
The critics are saying an experience like no other.
Wow. Okay. And I really think it's something that makes itself just such a fun movie. It's not even though it does like a lot, in my opinion, like it's like it doesn't like do a lot. It's not trying to do a lot.
Well, it's based off a children's
It's
book, and it's a
very-
fairly faithful adaptation.
It's very relaxing to watch, in my opinion. It's very, very rewatchable.
Oh,
and
yes.
it's just such an enjoyable experience to watch it every time. And I don't know. This is definitely up there for favorite movies.
There you
Just
go.
favorites.
Alrighty. I was going to say something, but I don't remember what it was now.
Good job.
I gotta say, for my closing thoughts, I cited Inception as like the movie that made me love movies, but this is also a very heavy contributing
We didn't watch
film.
this till a little later.
Well, yeah, until a little later. Once I got more into film a little bit. This is after I had my Letterboxd account for maybe like a year or so. I watched this. I found it at Goodwill actually, and I was like, dude, I've wanted to see this. It's the only Wes Anderson movie am allowed to see.
And then we watched it and you were like, dang.
Dang, bro. I didn't love it the first time I watched it, but then on rewatch, I absolutely loved it. It was crazy. So, yeah. I don't know. I said basically everything I wanted to say in my opening thoughts. Oh, wow, that was a good voice crack.
Thoughts?
My opening thoughts.
The Diver Pies. Guys,
Stop it.
Go watch
Go watch Gravity Falls. Yes. We should do Gravity Falls on here sometime.
It'd be pretty good.
But yeah, it's got a killer screenplay, a killer cast, some killer pacing, and it's really good. Go watch it.
Yeah.
This is one that I'd wholeheartedly suggest to
Who
someone.
voices the mole?
The mole?
Yeah,
Phil, Micah?
Phil.
Phil the mole?
Yes, Phil the
What does he
mole.
do? I guess he's a musician?
Yeah, he plays the piano.
Plays the piano. It's like the only thing he does the whole movie.
Phil.
You just want to find it, Micah?
I want to know where
Maybe he's not credited.
I can't find him
You
anywhere.
can't find him. Oh no.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, while you're looking for that, let's go over what we watched this week. Beep, beep,
Okay.
beep, beep.
Do.
Wow, that was pretty good. Starting
With
with...
the 26th.
Yeah.
Damn, we
I've
didn't,
only
we didn't
seen...
watch that much.
I've seen two movies.
I've seen 3.
Oh no.
You counting Fantastic Mr. Fox? All right.
Dang, bro.
Wow, we need to watch more movies. Apparently, we actually were doing good in between the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I was about to say
but
we watched a pretty good chunk of movies, but
not this time.
Yeah, no, we watched 2 pretty good movies.
We were
so,
pretty busy.
Yeah, we can go more into depth on these then.
I rewatched the Lego Batman movie.
Heck yeah, you did.
Which,
Without me.
I mean, it's pretty darn good.
No, Lord and Miller didn't do that. They were producers, but
You
they didn't
can't-
direct it.
And this is a pretty hot take, I guess.
What?
I'm not a big fan of the Lego movie. I'm a big Lord and Miller fan.
How could you, Micah?
But I don't know.
So good. That's one of my favorite animated
I like
movies.
this movie probably quite a bit better than the Lego movie.
Which, fair enough.
And I don't know.
It's different.
It's definitely a lot of fun.
Wait.
Will Arnett as Batman is something else.
Is that the guy who plays the guy in G-Force?
What?
That guy.
Yeah, I think so.
No! No! Please tell me I'm wrong.
G-Force.
No!
G-Force.
Oh gosh.
Woo!
Alright. Well, I didn't know the G-Force cast and the Lego Batman movie cast had overlap, but apparently it does.
But no, I think this movie, it doesn't do too much. It's not like extra special, but it's really good.
Okay.
Michael Cera as Robin is pretty good too.
Yeah, I didn't watch it with him, but I can agree. That's actually one of my favorite installments in the Lego movie franchise.
Yeah, I didn't like the second movie at all. So like ranked, because I've only seen 3 of them.
You need
I
to
haven't
watch the
seen
Lego Ninjago movie. It's the worst out of all of them, but it's still fun.
Ranked, I would go Lego Batman, Lego Movie 2.
Hold up.
I hated the Lego Movie 2, Robbie.
It's definitely Lego movie, Lego Batman movie, Lego movie 2. like a Ninjago.
Yeah.
And I'll die on that.
Wow. Then on the 28th,
28th, we watched the 2003 Indie Sweetheart.
Big Fish.
No, it wasn't an Indie Sweetheart. It feels like an Indie Sweetheart, though.
It's a Burton Sweetheart.
Yeah, to any hardcore Burton fans, you probably are glad we finally watched this.
Any hardcore Ewan McGregor fan.
Dude, Ewan McGregor. What was Ewan McGregor doing in this movie?
Having the weirdest southern accent you've ever heard.
But yeah, Big Fish. What did you rate it, Micah?
I rated it 4 stars, I think. Yeah, 4 stars.
This might be my favorite Burton movie.
No, this is definitely my favorite Burton movie.
Letting it sizzle in my mind, steep in the sweet tea of my brain juice. I think it is definitely my favorite Tim Burton movie. I want to find this on Blu-ray sometime. But yeah,
look at this. He studied it at a drama school with Daniel Craig.
There you go, Micah. You can go to that same drama school now.
Oh, wow. My acting career is taking off now.
Business is booming.
Yeah, I think this movie is just really, really fun.
Yeah.
And
it's a solid... This is probably out of all of Burton's movies, this is the one I respect the most.
It's got some nice cinematography, in my opinion. Sometimes it looks a little plain, just color choices more so than anything.
Yeah, but I think it's...
I think it's
fine.
a really good story. I think it's like probably like one of the best that... Because he was a writer on this, yes.
Do you not think Dumbo is his best work, Micah?
No.
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Micah?
No.
Oh. You're correct then.
But man, this is the one that's this out of all the Tim Burton movies has brought me closest to crying.
Wow, Micah, not even Corpse Bride.
Yeah, no.
Man, what a movie.
And I really like movies that are like stylized in a way.
Plus, you get a mall in this movie.
Yeah, you have Maul.
that was a weird
as seen in Inception.
I don't know if I liked the casting decision. It was probably fine, I guess.
No, I think it works. It doesn't like not work.
It was weird, man. It being
just because it was Maul.
Yeah, being a fan of Inception, like every time she was on screen, I expected her to have a knife or something.
Kids just start stabbing people.
Yes.
And you have how do you pronounce his last name?
Which
Steve.
Guy? Oh yeah. Wait. Where is he? My man,
Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
He's one of my favorites.
He's got a great part here.
Wait, he's in Pulp Fiction?
Wait. How does that go? Roses are red, violets are blue.
I really love Spectre. No,
yeah.
that's the end.
Yeah. Roses are red, violets are blue. I really love Spectre.
Bro, his character is one of the greatest poets
he's the greatest
time.
Poet ever, probably. And bank robber and billionaire. Like, it all just works together.
Bro, he was a billionaire playboy philanthropist in this movie.
This movie, I don't know. I really like it. It's got Danny DeVito.
Yeah, no, it's
practically in the same part as Dumbo.
I know. I didn't know there was a circus part of this movie, and then Danny DeVito pops in as the ringmaster.
You're like, no, Burton, why?
And I was like, what the heck? It's like Dumbo, but good.
Oof. I was about to say unnecessary rip on Dumbo, but no.
Necessary that is a necessary rip for a bad movie.
Yeah. And really, unfortunately, that's all we watched. Like, after that, we watched Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I was going to mention something else. Oh, yeah. Big Fish is definitely the most personal of the Burton movies that I've seen.
Yeah, no.
I haven't seen Beetlejuice yet, so who knows?
Hey, I doubt it.
Hey, I doubt it.
I don't know, man. I'm a big Ewan McGregor fan.
Yeah, no,
I really like him in this.
It's probably one of my favorite Ewan McGregor performances.
It's a good story. And wait, Robbie, how is I thought
what?
Dang it! I just lost the name. Christopher Robin was your favorite Ewan McGregor performance.
Oh gosh. Dang, he gave a good performance, but what an awful script.
it was a pretty bad script, but I do like Ewan McGregor as Christopher Robin. I think it worked well.
Yeah.
Oof, he's in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Dang, bro. Alright, well, just like let the silence just go on for like multiple seconds. Let's end it off strong with a quote from the movie,
quote?
Micah.
I think I
This
had
is a
one.
very quotable movie. I'll be Mole. You want to be Mole? Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to see a little sunshine.
But you're nocturnal, Phil. Your eyes barely open on a good day.
I'm sick of your double talk. We have rights.
But just imagine George Clooney.
Bro, Phil is a legend, honestly.
Phil is a legend. And that piano, he tickles those keys.
Tickle the ivory, Micah.
Exactly.
It's an odd note to end it on.
Go watch Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. I dare you.
Good. Then rewatch it.
Yeah. I guess that's the end. What? Wow. No.